I got a call that Comrade was fell down by a hit and run driver. Of course, like all of us. So what happened then? He said he died. The shock took days to recover from the shock. The irony for me that here is a guy, here is a human being fighting for a good society, fighting for a just society, so that everybody will have access to Medicare, good education, and all the good things of life. Such a man who suffers stroke because of the crisis in the society had to be killed by hit and run. Whichever way you look at the facts and circumstances surrounding the unfortunate death of our comrade, you cannot but hold the Nigerian state responsible, because of the way the police system in our country is organized. If anybody falls, if anybody is hit by a vehicle, and you attempt to take the person to the hospital, for years, the first thing is, where is the police report? It got to a stage that people in Nigeria decided to take the law into their hands, believing you could not get justice under the system. So if anybody is hit, instead of the driver stopping to lend a helping hand, you will run. For the fear that if he stops, the society will not go for the person on the ground, but will go for the driver, kill him and possibly burn the vehicle. These are the contradictions we have run into in this society. We're just telling Femi Falana just now that about 30 years ago I was driving to the University of Lagos to meet an appointment, and a 5-year-old girl who knew whether there was a vehicle just jumped on the road, and the car hit her. To stop, to take her to the nearest hospital, and we saved her. Nobody thought in their wildest imagination that I should be attacked. But our society has been turned upside down by a ruling class that has contempt for the lives and the rights of our people. Where our comrade was killed, this vehicle, small bus, call it korope, had only one light. So everybody thought it was a motorcycle that was coming. It was too late, and knowing the state of the health of our comrade, he couldn't have run. Hence, he was hit, and he fell down on his head. And you know, again, because the society is already ruined. Everybody was, before some people in the neighborhood recognized it. It was after 7 p.m. By the time he was taken to the hospital, an ill-equipped hospital, he was only confirmed dead. So these are lessons for all of us. Until we wrote a petition to the police, to the commissioner, and it was sent to the DPO. The police never thought it was their duty to go there. He said, since nobody came, he said, beg your pardon. A human being died, fell died by a vehicle in your neighborhood, and you think a report has to be lodged before you go, initiate investigation. So, the police have started investigation. We have collected some information around the neighborhood, and we are almost sure that we'll get to know. Because it's very important to identify and arrest this guy so that we can know his motive. The Comrade Aremu was well known in the neighborhood. So that was why many of our comrades have raised suspicion around the circumstances of death of our comrade. All of us are going to pay the debt of death at one time or the other. But when we are gathered like this to celebrate the death, we are challenging ourselves. Number one, in a case like this, to resolve to ensure that such avoidable deaths is combated in our society. More importantly, we are gathered here to celebrate the life and time of our community. That is the greater challenge to all of us. To live our lives, make it a life of dignity by contributing to the progress of our society. If you have read the tributes in the WhatsApp groups, you will wonder whether this man died at an old age. You will wonder how many Nigerians could receive such positive tributes when they are born. And so, it is not your wealth. Comrade Aremu had no wealth. He chose to struggle for a better society that all Nigerians can have prosperity. He denied himself of the opportunities to make money so that other Nigerians can live a life of dignity. That is why he's been admired, even by enemies. You know, state governments want to be counted. I'm sure you have read some of the tributes of those who voted him dead earlier. But that is the mark of greatness of our country. That even the enemies will have to recognize that this man lived a life of sacrifice and that he was a great man. His memory will live with us for long. There's nobody in Lagos here who has taken part in any of our struggle, in any of our street protests, that would not have marched with Comrade Abiodun Aremu. For that reason, the organizers of the program have already challenged us. And for me, we have been challenged that the greatest tribute to continue the struggle that he was forced to abandon. And this year we can build a mass movement that will lead to the construction of the Socialist Party. And for me, that may be the Abiodun Aremu Declaration. Thank you very much.
Thank you.